How'd you like that?
Thank you for exacting my revenge on those Mandalorian beasts. If only I could have been the one to tear out Sharuk's heart.
La boda ni winkis matoma, wana kun bes jingpa marulira, tok jingbang non kit, tok ninja mira rabes. Kuya mi just kuna chitanai, ina kun ma marulira rachikun, slimo padona, mundi hadonga chihonkabi, uba batu konchi, tong nong bong chang nung yang, tong patok smaktelia, yatuka ulwan kinkun na ba murira, rachikun, mucha champagpa, la boda ni winkis matoma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira, tok jingbang non kit, tok ninja mira rabes, uba batu konchi, tong nong bong chang nung yang, tong patok smaktelia. La boda ni winkis matoma, wana kun bes jingpa marulira, tok jingbang non kit, tok ninja mira rabes. La boda ni winkis matoma, wana kun bes jingpa marulira, tok jingbang non kit. Tok ninja mira rabes.
How can I help? No, not bothering you. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us. There is a bond between us. I do not dispute that. I can feel it, as I'm sure you can. The nature of that bond and its effect on our mission remain in question. Please. I'm a Jedi. Such feelings, such attractions are... well, they're beneath me, quite frankly. I admit I find you intriguing. I find your command of the Force intriguing, but my interest in you is purely academic. Surely you can understand why. Our fates are strongly connected. So connected that a literal bond has been forged between us. I saw your service records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you some questions, given our relationship. I was referring to the bond we share, the one the Jedi Council spoke of. If I was actually interested in you, rest assured I could come up with a much better approach than this. Touched a nerve? No. Getting on my nerves? Most definitely. I suppose this is what you men consider being witty. Now, are you going to answer my questions, or would you rather just keep annoying me? Don't worry, these are simple questions, nothing too intrusive. First, what kind of background do you have? Good. On which planet were you born? Excellent. Your current age is? Yes. Well, the truth is, I was studying how you responded to my questions. Your reactions helped me judge you. This was a test for me to learn more about your character. You were honest, which is good. And you treated this as a serious matter, which it is. This bond we share will shape both our destinies. It is not to be taken lightly. But I imagine you've had enough questions for a while. So many things have happened to you since Taurus. It's probably a lot for you to absorb. We can speak again later, after you've had time to think about all this.
You have returned, young Padawan. Have you discovered what it was that Revan and Malak sought in those ruins? This news of a Starforge is disturbing. Action is required, but we must not do so in haste. We must discuss recent events in light of this new information.
We should consult the Jedi archives to see if there's any mention of the Starforge and what it might do. We must learn why Revan and Malak sought it out.
Return to your ship with Bastila, and we will summon you when we are done. Padawan, you have done well in discovering the star map hidden within the ancient ruins. But there is more you must do in the battle against Malak and the Sith. We Jedi know victory over the Sith will not come through martial might. The Council has a mission for you, Padawan.
I've consulted our vast archives in an effort to discover the nature of this Starforge, but all my efforts have been in vain.
Still, the Council are in agreement. The Starforge must be found. Revan and Malak sought it out when they began their tragic fall. The Starforge is surely a powerful tool of the dark side.
The star map in the ruins showed you 4 planets, but it was incomplete. It did not show the location of the Starforge itself. We believe there may be similar star maps on other planets. Each star map is likely a small piece of a larger puzzle. Find the star maps on Kashyyyk, Dantooine, Manan, and Korriban, and we believe they will lead you to the Starforge. The Jedi numbers have been ravaged by this war, by defections to Malak's cause, and by Sith assassins. But we realize the importance of this mission. Yet if we send a company of Jedi Knights with you, we would surely draw the full attention of Malak and the Sith, dooming your efforts to failure. Secrecy is our best defense against the Sith, but it would be foolish to send you on this quest without someone to aid you, young Padawan. Bastila will accompany you, for there is a powerful connection between you two. A connection that might be the key to unraveling the mysteries uncovered by Revan. And Juhani has also asked to accompany you. After long deliberation, we have granted her request.
Juhani nearly fell to the dark side. Perhaps her presence will serve as a reminder to you of the dangers of that path.
Of course, those who aided you on Taurus will also come. They possess skills you may find useful in your quest. Remember that secrecy and discretion are paramount to your success. You will not be able to hide the fact that you are a Jedi, nor should you. But the true nature of your mission must not reach Malak's ears. You may return here at any time. Dantooine will be a sanctuary for you, a safe haven. Here you can find supplies and whatever advice or other aid we may give you.
You can leave whenever you wish. The sooner the better. The longer you wait, the stronger Malak becomes. But first, a warning, young Padawan. The lure of the dark side is difficult to resist. I fear this quest to find the Starforge could lead you down an all-too-familiar path.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you. has been a report of a terrible battle near the Scoundrel estate to the south of the Enclave. Apparently a large force of droids attacked the estate. The defending droids returned in kind. The attacking family was apparently the Matali family, launching an attack on the Scoundrel estate. Both entire families were slain, including the boy Shen, who had been reported missing. There was a mention that someone noticed one or more other persons leaving the battle area after the conflict had finished. You were in that area, were you not? Did you see something? Is that so? I cannot find fault with your statement, but something in your manner is odd. But no matter. More pressing things are at hand. You must always remember the destruction and chaos that the dark side can reap, and avoid it at all costs.
It's obvious Master Vandar senses something is not right with your story, yet he chooses to believe you, and I will not question the wisdom of a Jedi Master.
There was a battle near one of the southern estates recently. Many people were killed. Do you know anything about it? Indeed. I cannot prove anything, but I have my suspicions. I will keep my eye on you, Padawan.
I have heard there was some sort of large battle to the south of here between two families of settlers. Apparently both the families were completely killed in the fight, along with their respective droids. I find that most suspicious. Were you not in that area recently? Is that so? It is tragic that this had to happen to those families. Their children were in love, I hear. Perhaps it was Mandalorian raiders, or a feud that got out of control. It is tragic, but nothing can be done now that all who were involved are dead. Let this be a lesson against hate and violence. A Jedi must always be wary lest these lead to the dark side. May the Force be with you in your quest.
It is well that you are still alive, Padawan, in that you have not yet managed to fail us completely. Why is it that you are now bothering me instead of seeking out the star map? So you heard about them, did you? They've been harmless up till now. It's tragic that someone had to die before we took action. You have our leave to deal with the murdering Mandalorian raiders, should you encounter them.
Greetings, young Padawan. Have you come seeking knowledge of the past? Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it, or so they say. As chronicler of the Academy here on Dantooine, I find your quest for knowledge admirable, but I do not want to overwhelm you with the long history of the Jedi Order. You should ponder the history of Revan. It contains many lessons you may need if we hope to defeat Malak and the Sith. May the Force be with you.
A battle took place earlier to the south of the Enclave. A lot of people died and many droids were destroyed. I wonder what dark force could have caused this to happen.
Yikukuno no ba mulira chikun. Tonghit kun chonching. Ne boboje mata de punage. Dolpi kikiwana. Runda di hotonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tongking ba nunotek. Tognin chatukun ne mulerabes. Hakupa Chekopa, Gino Mulera Kengpaija, Kislimu Poduama? Muchashak Pakat, Kieno no Namapaole Rachikun. Hakupa Chekopa, Gino Mulera Kengpaija, Kislimu Poduama? Ronda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tuk nin chatukun ne mulerabes. Hakupa Chekopa, Gino Mulera Kengpaija, Kislimu Poduama? Jedabadawana ni Dibobo, Dong Nabungsha Nununya, Dong Patukashmak Talea. Chekopa, Gino Mulera Kengpaija, Kislimu Poduama? Muchashak Pakat, Kieno no Namapaole Rachikun.
Yes?
What?
다 공주스 딱 미끼 그랍을 먹고 같이 주 이다 보던가 돌바방크 원래 오간다 나루 주춧 먹으시아 본가 몰라 원하 찍네 바물레 슬리모 보다다다 난가 쿰비스트 물레 라베스트 론다 디호던가 군 헝가비 Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek tok nin chatukune mulerabes tong haitwam chichi jumblumpa nita poe tikito dolpa da bonkwaleo gandona chuchut kachi chu ita dundonga yumalita kuto dun chilamulane nindubobo Wonga kumbis jang ba mulera. Chikun ida hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe. Ta kumjus tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodonga. Dolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. 먹으시아 본가 몰라 원하 찍네 바물레 슬리모 보다다다 난가 쿰비스트 물레 라베스트 론다 디호던가 군 헝가비 원하 쿤베스 칭 발라물레 통킹 바 누노텍 독닌 셔투군네 물레 라베스 Chikun ida hodonga, iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe. Mucho shak pakat. Kieno no nama paole rachikun.
Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tok nin chatukune mulerabes.
다 공주스 딱 미끼 그랍을 먹고 같이 주 이다 보던가 돌바방크 원래 오간다 나루 주춧 먹으시아 본가 몰라 원하 찍네 바물레 슬리모 보다다다 난가 쿰비스트 물레 라베스 통 하이트웜 지지 중lumpa 니타 포에 티키토 돌파 다 본과레어 간도나 주춧 같이 주 이다 돈도가 Jumalita kuto dun. Chilamulane nindubobo. Wonga kumbis jang ba mulera.
Chikun ida hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe.
Wi ita nandayata. Wata yuma wama huhu nandektek shatung ni patoga wano kuspe ching palamule tonke
Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek tok nin chatukune mulerabes Chikun ida hodonga, iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe.
Wi ita nandayata. Wata yuma wama huhu nandektek shatung ni patoga. Wano kuspe ching palamule tonke.
Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek tok nin chatukune mulerabes. Chikun ida hodonga iking kuno ba mulera chikun slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek tok nin chatukune mulerabes
wi itanan dayata. Wanta yuma wamahuhu nandatik. Shatung ni patoga. Wano kusbe ching palamule donke. Ka chikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pamulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Ka chikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pamulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Achuta, wonga kun bis dolbi kikugoyana. Tong patugas maktelea. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tong king ba nonotek. Tok nin chatukunde mulerabes. Jeda badawana ni di bobo. Tong nabungsha nununya. Tong patugas maktelea. Chikun ita hodonga, iking kuno pamulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Achuta, wonga kun bis dolbi kikugoyana. Tong patugas maktelea. Jeda badawana ni di bobo. Tong nabungsha nununya. Tong patugas maktelea. Mucho shak pakat. Kiye no namapaole rachikun.
Yes?
Sure.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about? How I came to be a Jedi? I am sure you would not find it very interesting. Are you sure you would like to hear? Well, it goes back a number of years. Back on my homeworld, we did not see Jedi very often, especially where I lived. The hind end of space, a pit of a world, to be sure, where Jedi rarely tread. But we had heard of them. Well, everyone had, so that is not to be unexpected. Champions of truth, defenders of justice, heroes of the Republic.
It was very easy for a child to be enthralled by their image, their mystique. Maybe I was one of those children. Yes, I did. When I saw a Jedi for the first time, they lived up to everything my imagination had created them to be. I was old, and maybe a little enamored. They were quite striking, especially the tales of their leader. From that moment on, I knew that I would have to try to become a Jedi. To lift myself out of the rut I had been living in for years, and to make a real difference as the Jedi wore. The foolish delusions of a child, but this child made it happen. As soon as I was able, I left my world and went in search of them. I found them and was accepted. I had been living my dream on Dantooine for several years before you came, although perhaps I was not entirely ready for it, or not completely suited to the task. Otherwise, I would not have fallen. But thanks to you, I have been redeemed. Perhaps I may yet live to see that dream of mine come true. Come, there is much we should do. Let us not waste time talking. Action is what is needed.